Hi guys, this is Stephanie. Welcome to Stephanie's Journey. For those of you who are here for the very first time, welcome. And for those of you returning, welcome back. If you have not been here before, I'd love to have you as part of the Stephanie's Journey's family. Just click on that subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell beside that, so that you don't miss any of my videos in the near future. Today, I am going to do a garden tour of the garden. I have put some fall stuff out. Yesterday I cut my grass so that I can do that because it was a hot mess. It is after the hurricane. I didn't get much damage here. There was some here in the Atlanta metro area, but where I stay, I actually did not have any damage to my garden, so I'm thankful for that. But we have another storm coming, so hopefully it bypasses us. I'm praying that it bypasses everybody and goes out to the ocean and doesn't cause any more harm, because we have, sorry, I saw a gecko. We've had enough. So anyway, let me turn you around. Let's just see what the garden looks like. So start here. This is the fig tree that came back to life. It has thickened up a lot as far as the stems, and we got new leaves coming down here, so it is still thriving. My mint has come back to life. It all died back, but now it's looking good. This is one of the blueberry plants. It has died off, but it's still alive. Doesn't look bad. We still have a green stem on it. And this is another one which is still green. It looks like it has a little bit of disease on the limbs, but I don't know. I'm going to give it some vitamins before it goes to bed for the winter. This is the one that I thought was dead, but it pushed out some new leaves, so it is fine as well. And this is my original one, which it looks good. Got some leaves that's red and burnt out, but probably from all of the rain we got from the storm. But besides that, it's fine. This is some cabbage. Got a little bit of bug damage. It had a caterpillar on it that was eating it up, but I got it off. The leaves are starting to curl in. So hopefully it does that before it gets really cold. I've been checking it for bugs. Haven't seen many on here, but when I do, I pull them off. Like there's one. I don't know what kind of bug that is, but it is a bug. Get off. And there got another one. Get off. I don't know what kind of bugs they are, but anywho, anybody know, let me know. I don't know if I seen some green eggs on here, which I'd never seen before, so those bugs may lay green eggs, but I don't know what kind they are. But anyway, that one's looking pretty good. Also, that is my sweet potato. I think that is the purple one. It's getting close to time to harvest. 120 days will be in about one more week. It is turning yellow. It's getting dark at night. So that's the first one. This is the second one. No, the third one. That's over here. I got it with the water hose yesterday, so it's off looking crazy. But this one has just started putting on flowers. I planted that one probably a month after I planted the other two. The other one is over in the other section. It won't show it the way this camera's doing, but anywho, these are the other two cabbages. I got one here, and I also have one here. This one looks more so like it's doing a head. This one got a bug down in there too. I see you. Get off. So yeah, they are starting to do whatever they do in the center. This is my fig tree. The stem of it is thickening up really good, so hopefully I'll be able to move next year and I can put it in the ground of my favorite home, wherever I'm going to decide to move to. This is where my tomato was, but it is growing. Some basil, probably from some seed that has fallen from this basil plant here. Let's go back here. And this is drilling along on the ground. I've been wrapping it up and putting it back in the pot, but I said let's let it go now because it's the end of it. Back here where I had, I think I had potatoes in here. I planted this purple cabbage. So they're just starting off, and then I got one Brussels sprout that I probably am going to move, but I have it in here anyway. I stuck a bunch of stuff in these pots together as I was going on vacation, and I'm not going to leave them this close together. Like this pot has 3 broccoli in this one pot, and then it also has a Brussels sprout. It had 3. I moved 2 and put 1 there and put 1 here. And then in this spot I got a yellow straight neck squash, and then that Brussels sprout. I'll probably leave that Brussels sprout because that's not going to make it. And then I may put another Brussels sprout, probably that one, and in there with it so that they have enough room. 2 can probably go in that. It is I think a 17-gallon pot, so probably 2 of them can grow in there. 3 broccoli in this pot is probably pushing it, so I'll probably take the one that's the smallest, which is that one right there in the front, take it out and put it somewhere else, in one of the raised beds up against the fence. All right, so these were some greens, some collard greens, and some kale that I had all summer. I took the kale and put them in the bed. I said I was going to put these Dino kale in there as well. I know they look horrible, but they actually have good roots and they will grow. So I'm going to show you what the other ones look exactly like these, and I put them in these beds. So I'm going to show you what they look like in a minute. These are kohlrabi. These are starts I bought because everything that I planted died. So I just went and got some starts. I got 4. I need to move this one up here a little bit. And then this is one of the red cabbages. And this is a green bean that fell to the ground and now it wants to live. So I'm going to let it. And then all of those little green things is weeds. But the kohlrabi is coming along good in here. Not as good as they are coming along in the bed, but they're there. This is where my strawberries were. They all died. I need to fertilize that and then put something else in this bed, which I think I'm just going to put one of the broccolis or cabbages or something in there. These are, oh, look at that. It got those bugs all over it. I see 3 on there. Y'all see them? Yeah. They got to come off. But anyway, these are the collard greens that I had that were like those over there. They were in there from the whole summer. And they look good. They looked horrible when I put them in here. But but now they have strengthened up. Their stems are very small, but this soil and this bed is very good, so they're coming along. I also had some broccoli starts that I purchased. If you can see the video before this one, I think it shows me going to the nursery where I picked these up. The only thing that I started myself was the collards, which they were from the entire summer. And then some carrots that I put in here, a bunch of seeds, and these are the only few that actually made it. I think it's about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 carrots in here, and that looks like an onion that was left over. There's also an onion in the back that was left over. And I also see these are some red watermelon radishes, I believe, that I threw in here. Yeah, that's what the marker says. And then I think I got one back there. And then all of these collard greens had ground cherries that fell into them. So that's what I'm going to have to be pulling up. As you can see, they are everywhere. Ground cherries. So that's going to be my battle for next year, is pulling up ground cherries from every freaking where, because those seeds are so small, so no telling where they belong to and where they're going to come up. Because I just left them for the birds. There was so many of them. Anywho, in this bed here, I still have the two lima beans that I have here in the back. And I also have a row of Brussels sprouts. Here is 4 of them and one back there, so 5 Brussels sprouts. I also have a volunteer potato that was left in the ground, so I'm just going to leave it and let it do what it do. And as you can see, I have kohlrabi's here, and this one is small because I think I added this one last, maybe not. And then all of these are got a decent size on them so far, and I planted them the same time I think that I planted the ones over there in the bucket that I just showed you. Oh my God, these bees are driving me insane. This one has, you can see down there, it has poop. So there is a worm on here somewhere that I need to find, or it's going to eat it up, unless a bird has got it, or lizards. Maybe, hopefully that's what happened. But I also planted some carrots, I thought, right here, but I don't see them. But I do see some bok choy. These bees are in this, and they're buzzing around my head. What I have from leftover from the summer, I have some celery, which is looking good. Look at the stems. I've been harvesting off of it. Cut and go, cut and come again, or whatever it's called. And then a piece of rosemary from the rosemary over there. I just cut off a piece and started a new one, which I'm probably going to do again. Oh, and this, I just stuck this right here. This is deal, because I needed somewhere to stick it while I go on vacation, so I need to move that because I don't want that there, but I put it there, so I'm going to move it from out of that spot. Weeds, and I need to get that up. And then that's the lima bean that has gone out of control. This is my carrots, finally getting some carrots. The black Nubia, most of these are the black ones. You can tell by the stems, see how dark they are. So it's going to be a black carrot. And then I added a few more seeds in here, so those are the smaller ones in the back and right here on the side. And those are just the regular orange carrots. So I'll get a few carrots this year to make some roast over the winter. So that's all I have there. This is my bed of collard greens that I left. And what I'm going to do is let them stay in here. Let me fix the camera. I'm going to let them stay in here for the winter and eat them again. I'll cut off all the bottom leaves because the bugs just tore them up. But they'll be fine once the weather change. And I have some big leaves for the winter time, and then I eat the ones that's in the lower bed that I just showed you, and I have them both. I also have my stevia. It started to go to seed, so I been picking the flowers off of it because I don't quite want it to go to seed just yet. I'm going to save the seeds from it, but just one of them. This is one I started later, so I don't want this one quite to go to seed yet. I'm going to harvest the rest of this, and then when it goes to seed, I'm just going to let some drop and see if it comes back. I got Swiss chard back there behind those tomatoes. Those tomatoes are going to be everywhere next year. So I just got to remember to pull those because I do not need more than one of these plants. This is the stevia. Oops, a bee. This stevia plant here is going to seed. I wanted to actually have seeds for next year. So hopefully I can get some because they're expensive and they only give you a few in a pack. And I figure the ones that actually grew in my yard will produce much better next year when I try to grow them. I'm going to have basil everywhere too. Good gosh. The bees. Those black bumblebees. Love the basil. If you want bumblebees in your yard, just grow some basil and let it go to seed. Okay. This is amaranth, Jamaican, I forget what it's called, callaloo. It's going to seed. I need to pull it up or that's going to be everywhere in my yard as well. But I went on vacation and then I got sick, so I did not have time to get it up, and it grew like 3 times its size in 2 weeks. So it is what it is. The bugs love it. As you can see, it's been eaten up by the bugs. Then my tomatoes that I said I was going to pull, I have not pulled them, but they are producing again, and they actually look good, really good. So I am going to get a few tomatoes. Some, as you can see, have been eaten up, but a lot of them have not, and I just been letting them grow as they want to grow all over the side of the bed, in the bed. Some of the leaves still look good, some of them do not. But it is what it is. It's a garden. I will pull this stuff up and plant some brassicas in here for the winter, and my garlic and onions. I'm probably going to have to get some onion starts because my onions, I keep trying to grow my own. It's not growing this year. So I have a few, but not that many. Look at this one. This tomato here is so pretty. So once they turn, I'm going to pull them before the first frost. We still have about 2 or 3 weeks before the first frost. I'm hoping I do see some 40-degree temps, but tomatoes will last 1 or 2 days in the frost, and that's it. Got some down there. I don't know if that one's been eaten or not. It got a tomato that has, but it was 3 of them on there, so something ate one of them and went to mush. I don't know, but it's there. I'm leaving it. Had a whole bunch of tomatoes that just popped up in here. Don't know what kind. Just let them die because I'm not planting any more tomatoes. This cherry tomato has been given. I've just been using them and stuff I cook. Yeah. I replanted this one. It's not doing much. This is from last year. I left the roots in the ground and it just popped up. So I'm going to leave it. It is a cabbage. I can eat the leaves all winter long, so I'll leave that. I have cabbage leaves, more cherry tomatoes that I will continue to eat. And these tomatoes, they're going to have to come out soon. I keep saying that, but they look horrible. Let me pull this back. This bed right here looks horrible, but it still has a bunch of peppers and tomatoes still producing more. So peppers, I hadn't seen one of them in a while. One of those bugs. And it got another 2 types on there. Is that a bug? No. Some dried, but this bed is still producing peppers. I've been trying to get them off because the bugs, as you can see, is all over that stuff. Because it's on its last leg, and they know that. So when they know that, they attack it. But other than that, we have peppers still coming. Still coming. That one I never saw, so it is huge, so it's going to be hot. When you let these shishitos get big, they get hot. But I didn't see them hanging down there. There's one. So, got a handful of shishitos. I will eat them. And this black Hungarian is one of the most prolific peppers I've ever had in my 5 years of gardening. 5 seasons, 4 years of gardening. But yeah, so that's that. On here we have a volunteer tomatillo. It was 2 of them and the other one died. So this one is just flowering for no reason at all and getting big. But it's not going to do anything because you need 2 and I only have 1. So I will not get any tomatillo plants. But they bring bees and they make beautiful flowers. This is my giant Marconi. Since it's cooled off, it has been producing a lot of peppers. Probably has about 5 on there now. And before, I was only getting 2 at a time. And I have, I see 5 or 6 on there. So I need to go ahead and take care of the ones I have in the house and then come and get those. This is a jalapeno. It's been producing well too since it's cooled off. Getting nice size ones off of here. As you can see, got some on there now. All different sizes. They're not really hot though, which is good. I guess the longer I leave them, if I let them get red, they'll get hot. And then this is a bell pepper. Right now, I think I only have that one pepper on there. I don't see any more on here besides that one. And then we have a cucumber that's growing up. Probably won't do much. And also in the back here, it has attached itself, but I think that one is a cucumber. Back here too has flowers on it, so don't know if it's going to do anything before it gets too cold. It has reached all the way up here, so we might get a cucumber or 2 before it gets too cold, but it has attached itself to this pepper plant instead of to the trellis. This is an eggplant, and then we had a honeydew there, it died. And then we had another honeydew back there and it died. So it did not like the cold. So that's it. Here we got this humongous okra plant. It is 1, 2, 3. Only 4 of them survived. So these are the only 4 that's been really producing. Look at the stems of these things compared to my hand. The stems on them are freaking huge. And that's the new one. It's the long, let me see what the name of it is. Long Pod Perkins okra. It's a new one that I planted this year. And they've been very prolific. The crazy part is they also have started putting on flowers and pods at the bottom, even though they're still growing at the top. They're pushing out at the bottom and in the middle, so that's good because it's hard for me to get stuff from way up there because it's probably 11 feet tall. But I pull them over and I get them out. So you can see here another pod and flowers growing down the bottom. I'll take them at the bottom. I probably should top them off at the top, and they'll start pushing out at the bottom everywhere else. So that's probably what I should do. Anywho, next is this pepper plant, which is this is a serrano. It's not looking good. I keep fertilizing it, and it's still yellow. Probably needs to come out, but it still keeps pushing out peppers. They don't look too hot, but it's pushing them out. So I'll probably pull it within the next week or 2 or it'll die. Oh, my, let me move this over. My onions, I stuck them back in the ground, and now they have tops on them. So I might get some onions from my old onions from this summer that I planted. They're in the ground, so we'll see what they do. They may just produce flowers. They may not produce big onions, but we'll see. And this pepper plant has been producing since it's cooled off as well, and we've been getting peppers. This is a, I forget. It's not it's a hot one. It's supposed to be, but I don't think they're hot. I don't see the marker. I forget what it is. But this side was hot pepper, so it's supposed to be a hot pepper, but I don't believe the pepper is hot. But we have that. This is the fish pepper. It is still producing. This one got ate back again for the second time, and now it's flowered again. This one still been pushing out, but I pulled most of them off the other day. I came out here and pulled them off, so I don't see any. It may have one on there somewhere. Oh, there's one. So it's still pushing out. In the back side, we have broccoli. I planted them the other day before I went on vacation, a couple of weeks ago. So we had 4 broccolis back here. We have an onion from last year. We have an onion. I grew all of these, put seeds in all of them, and only one came up. Then when we got all that rain, it killed them off, the few that was in here, except for that long one. So that one wanted to survive. So we have that. The green beans are ready to be pulled up out of here. I just haven't had the time to pull them. They still have a few green beans left on them here or there throughout. So I will pull them off before I actually pull the plants. My nasturtiums are still in here, as well as these lima beans. And then whatever this flower is that I got for Mother's Day from Lowe's, which I think they're going to reproduce next year. So that'll be good. I can dig them up and put them in the front yard. But yeah, that's what we have in this bed that's still growing and haven't pulled up yet. In this bed, we have the Armenian cucumber that actually died, the piece that was growing up, but we have another piece here that's actually looking like you want to stay. And then this is an actual, some kind of squash I stuck there, but I can't remember. I put my compost from my Lumi out here, and it's creating that white stuff, so I don't know what that is, but I guess it's a good thing. The bees are still all over these flowers. These are cushaw. I don't know if both of them are cushaws, but that's what the sign says, so I'm going to go with that. So we have 2 squash that are still there. They're probably not going to make it because we only have a few more weeks before frost, maybe 30 days. But they may. I think they were 45 days, so they may make it. Same with this one. It's a gray zucchini. I think both of these are. That one never got big, but this one has flowers on it. So we might get a squash or 2 off of this one before it gets cold, because squash bugs are pretty much gone, I hope. But we'll see. I'll keep an eye out on it. And let's go over here. I have another one with 2 squash in it that is about to flower. And they look healthy. I probably need to move one of them. These are the cube of butter. It's what the sign says. So we have 2 of those in that 5-gallon bucket. Probably need to move one. These are the frog finger eggplant. They are still putting on lots of flowers. I've been giving it fish emulsion, so they're pretty much popping back to life. I'm going to have basil everywhere because I've let it all go to seed for the bees. This one was dying. Same thing, frog finger, but I gave it some fish emulsion and it started looking a lot better. It is now green. It was turning yellow like these are dying, so that's why they're yellow. But these are just turning yellow. Something's eating them, but something always eats my eggplant like this. But they survive and keep producing anyway. As you can see, we still got eggplant coming on the stem, and they look good. I get some off about every two or 3 days from both of them. So, and I chop them up and put them in a mix. Here, these are the radishes. They're not getting big in this pot, so they don't like it there. They grow, but they don't like it. This was the pot where my Kajari melon didn't do much. Need to pull up all of this because that's going to cause a problem, because I got it in 2 pots and all those seeds are just going to fall, and I'm going to have basil every freaking where, but I do every year, so I've never planted basil but once. This is my ginger. I actually been coming out and pulling a little bit up because I've been sick, so I've been making smoothies with ginger. So I've been pulling up the ones with the small stems like that one. The ones with the larger stem I've been leaving because they probably attached to a lot. I just been pulling up the one-offs that's been growing on the side as side shoots. You can see some they're dying back, so they're probably about ready to pull up. Like that one broke off, but I'm gonna wait till it cools off just a little bit more. This pot is from last year that I overwintered, and then this pot is from this year, and the ones from this year seem to have bigger stems to me. But we'll see when we pull it up what we have. It's my other pot of sweet potatoes. I still haven't seen any. I keep peeping down there. Don't see any in either of the pots. But hopefully there's some in there because they flowered. And this one flowered a lot. This is cabbage, I believe. Yep. Savoy cabbage. And I need to move them. I stuck them in there for vacation too. And it's, I think, 4 or 5 of them in there. But I'm going to put them in those black pots right there. I just got to fill them up with dirt. This is a cabbage in this pot, and this is a broccoli in that pot, which I'll let both of them stay. These are my strawberries and stuff in my green stock. This is pretty much all that's in there. Green beans that don't look like much of nothing is still in there. You know, must have had a worm on it because it's ate to the bone. The strawberries are still producing. They're still coming along good. There was one on here yesterday I should have gotten off, but I didn't. This is either a kohlrabi or red Russian kale. It didn't get big at the stalk, so it might be kale, but I put it in there. I think it was kohlrabi initially. This is the new strawberry plant that I got. They are Eversweet Fragaria strawberry. So I have that for next year. One of them I put in here died, but they're still producing flowers. The older ones that I put in earlier this year, this is the new one. So the new ones, I have 3 in every other pot, but one of them did not make it. Nothing going all the way down, so I need to fill up these pots with spinach. This is the one I said I was going to pull yesterday. Forgot to pull it when I was out here, but these are every other pot. This pot here is still doing fine. Other new strawberry that I put in here, but as you can see, strawberries are still popping out. I gave them fish fertilizer before I went on vacation, and they're still going strong. And this one pot here is the pot that I don't think made it at all. So I tucked one of these in the ground, so hopefully that'll root and give me a strawberry, make roots. So that's my hopes, because I want to fill this whole green stalk next year with strawberries at the top anyway, and then at the bottom put something else down the bottom to keep the bugs away. And yeah, that's it. That pot back there in the back with the fennel in it, and that gigantic kohlrabi that I've just let go to whatever it's doing. It's still in that pot. It had a squash back there, but it's died. Didn't make it. And that's it for this side of it. The only other thing that I got left is the pot that had the lemon balm, and I think that is a piece of lemon balm there coming back. These are weeds. That's a weed. That looked like it may be a piece of lemon balm, but hopefully my lemon balm comes back. I'm gonna throw some more seeds in there just in case, because I don't know if it's lemon balm or if it's one of these little weeds that's growing back here in the back, because we do have weeds in there. But I can smell it to see which one it is. This is mint that's coming back in here. So that did come back. I think this one was peppermint. That was all in this one. These were garlics that I left in here to overwinter. And then I put some chives on these side. So these are the chives. And these are the garlic. Although these look like garlic, because they're flat. They may be garlic that have resprouted from what was in the ground, because I did have garlic in here too. So that's garlic. That is not chives. The leaves are different. The garlic leaves are flat. So anyway, and these are ground cherries. I don't know how they got in here. Guess a bird put them in there, but they're in there. And this was my thyme. Don't see that it has started coming back, so it's full of weeds. I need to pull it out, put some more seeds in there, and that's it. This video is 40 minutes long, but let me flip y'all around. Yeah, so that is it for my garden tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a long one. Haven't done one since the 1st of September. So this is what the garden is looking like. I do have fall stuff in. I'm going to put a little bit more stuff in, onions and garlic. I do have my garlic. I did a video. I haven't edited and loaded it yet, so that's coming. I got my seeds from in my gardener, and I'm going to also use some of my seeds from my garlic from last year, and I'm going to get some from the grocery store to try to plant enough for the year, because I do whatever I plant, I use it for the whole year. I have some left from what I planted this year, but not that much left, so I don't know if it'll last me until they get ready around April or May. But I'm going to do my best. Not just have to go to the store and get some. The tomatoes that I have, I want to freeze them up so that I can have them and make some more sauce when I get some chance to do so. So once the time change, it'll be less time in the yard. Things are just pretty much grow on their own. They don't need, the fall stuff don't need too much tending to. After I harvest these potatoes and stuff, sweet potatoes, then I can use these pots to put some brassicas in. And then where the tomatoes are as well, because I want to have enough for the winter, so I can eat greens all winter. And cabbage leaves, and yeah, that's it. Hopefully I get some Brussels sprouts this year. They started going yet last year, but then it got too hot. So anyway, thank you guys for stopping by my channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you all in my very next video. Bye bye.